The next thing that I find to be very, very important is that one monitor. I'm a one monitor kind of guy.
What? Really?
So when I program, when I do anything, now when I stream, I obviously have a second computer that runs the stream because I sometimes crash my computer, I have to restart or whatever. So I do have a second screen there that I put stuff up. But most of the time, you'll notice that even when I'm streaming, you've been there, I have to physically switch to the streaming chat channel for me to read it, and that's because I'm operating off of one screen. And so I have this whole style in which I like to navigate, inspired by StarCraft, is that I believe in the press one key, go where you want to be mentality. And so everything about my setup is press one key. So when I want to go to Twitch chat, Alt 2, Twitch chat. When I want to go to my browser, Alt 1, that's my browser. Alt 3, that's where I go to my programming. That's power finger, obviously. A big middle finger right there, just smash it down. Alt 6 is going to be GIMP, so my GNU image manipulation program. So if I want to draw, I go there. When I used to have Slack, it was Alt 5. If I have a spare terminal where I need to run some extra things, that's Alt 4. I had all these kind of, everything is perfectly mapped out to single key. And then when it comes down to using, say, tmux, I have all my terminals into one single terminal, and now I'm able to kind of switch between there. Prefix 1 goes to my Vim editor, whatever project I'm in. It's always the first tmux tab, if you will. I'm not sure, they call it a session, but I'm not sure how to describe it if you're not familiar with tmux, a tab. Second one is like my spare terminal. Third one is my long-running process terminal. My fourth one is a long-running process terminal. So I have it all set up so every project I go to automatically spawns session 1, Vim, session 2, spare terminal, session 3 will also open it. So it's like, everything's just ready to rock. Everything has been optimized to where I do that. If I want to go to a project, it's Control F, and any terminal will bring up a fuzzy find list of every one of my folders on my operating system in which I can go to with just a couple keystrokes, and boom, I'm in that one now. And so it's like very oriented to find where I need to be as quickly as possible.
Via keyboard.
Then in Vim, I developed a plugin called Harpoon, which is I press one button and I can pin one of the files to like a temporary buffer. I think Projectile is potentially close to this in Emacs. I can't remember Projectile. I think Projectile is closer to my sessionizing script. Anyways, so now I have 4 pinned files in which I can go to any of those pinned files with just a single keystroke. And so now it's just like, because every time you develop a feature, usually you have like 3 files you're kind of primarily working in, and I can fuzzy find for the other files, and that's that. But usually I just have like these 3 power files that I'm always swapping in between. And so it's like now everything is just, I want to go to the browser, that's one press. I want to go to my workstation, that's one press. I want to go to a specific folder, I need to change folders. Sometimes you work between 2 different projects. So in tmux, that's prefix capital L will swap between your last 2. So I have alternate projects. So I can even swap between projects in pretty much one key. So it's just like just trying to optimize it so I don't think as much, because I think search fatigue is a massive fail where you have to look for it. Like when I see people on a Mac do this and then explode all the different ones, that gives me anxiety. I'm like, why are you using your eyeballs to search for what you want to do? Like, make it into a key press and never think about it again. Ever.
You're making me think a lot whether I can live with your system, whether it's better because it feels better.
It at least intellectually feels better. It may not be great for some people.
Well,
But
there's a few profound things you said, which is like really what the number of windows or tasks you're switching between, whether it's programming, the number of files you're working on, is small.
Yeah.
At any one time, at any one like space of like 20 minutes or something like that. So okay, that's a profound truth. Sometimes we think like, oh, I need the full freedom to search, but you don't. You usually work on a very small slice. But I guess the trade-off there, like I always have 3 monitors. Not when I'm traveling, but at my happy place is 3 monitors. It's like, do you really need all of them to be present there? So you're turning your head.
Yeah.
Now the monitors I have is 2 vertical ones.
Okay.
Which is just better for certain kinds of content. I mean, they're positioned vertically. So you can read, you can use your eyes to scan quickly.
Interesting. So I don't even do that. I even have it so zoomed in that I probably only have like maybe 25 lines of code at any one time on my 27-inch monitor.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I feel fundamentally constrained when I can't see more because your eyes are just good at jumping. Like, okay, like you could like.
Why not search? Why not press a couple keystrokes? Control U, Control D, jump down by up and down by half page.
Because the ape visual system was designed to, like, you're loading a lot of information. Like, what if every time you had to investigate this table, what's on this table, you had to press a keystroke? You could develop the skill set that integrates that information, but like it's really, there is an effective thing where if you have a sheet of paper like this and I'm looking at it, my eyes will be able to load in the structure of the information, the topics of the information. Like you just can do it faster. I think there's a big cost because you know it's an extra monitor, but there is some stuff that's vertical when vertically positioned. Code is an iffy one because code you 25 lines at a time. I think you can do a lot. This is more for like articles and especially with visual information in them or documentation, you can just jump faster. But I'm trying to, as you were speaking so eloquently, I was like wondering, am I just like deceiving myself that I need that? Can I just keyboard shortcutify everything and just have everything on one monitor? That's something I should probably try because I'm a big proponent of just automating everything with the keyboard because you could just move really, really fast. You don't have to think. One of my, because I also do creative stuff like whether it's recording music or video editing. It's hard. Some of these programs don't make it super easy for you. On Windows with auto hotkey, you can do quite a lot, but still, there's limitations on how much you can do with the keyboard. And so it really is a pain in the ass to have to use the mouse. But man, you're really making me think.
It's even the text one with the reading one. I like fundamentally. I think I agree with you that you can see a lot more and you can kind of look up and down and see those two things. And probably in articles or things like that, I could, if there's like a graph down here that's really big that take up your whole screen plus text, I could see why that would be very beneficial to zoom out, to be able to have all that information. But for me, I can only look at like a square inch. Like really, that's all my eyes can actually focus on. So when I'm reading, I'm right here. Then I have to like structurally try to pattern match what I think the information looks like. Then I have to start reading it. So I'm not exactly sure if I actually get any real benefit of having a lot of stuff on screen, as opposed to I can relax my eyes so much. I don't even have to focus. The words are so big. Like I actually program pretty zoomed in.
Mm-hmm.
My text is bigger than this when I program. And so it's just that it's so comfortable. I don't even have to exert any effort to read the code.
But you have to kind of train your brain to know that you can navigate in like spatially using keys.
Yeah. NeoVim, by the way.
Oh, maybe it has everything to do with NeoVim. Okay.